Okay, sharing screen. Okay, Julius. Pili.
Oh, mix.
Diyos sa sinong to? Ikaw o ako?
Ako na lang.
Sige, sige.
Okay.
Kaya sino ba kasama ko?
Julius, kasama mo
Si
si Jojo.
Jojo,
Kennedy.
tsaka si Ken.
Okay. Hindi, dapat si Kennedy yung number 1.
Okay. Sige. Kennedy,
O ba?
una ka.
O, ikaw na number 1. Number 2 na ako.
Sarap naman
comics.
yan.
Comics na lang.
Comics. Okay. Your comics.
Sana Marvel.
Paano kayo ng ano
Okay.
favorite ng categories eh.
Kennedy, question number 1. Who is this character created by Walter Gibson in 1930? Debuting in radio, this character made its debut in print a year later. He is depicted as a crime fighter who has powers of hypnotism to cloud men's minds, telekinesis, and stealth. He is also a skilled gunfighter. His name is Kent Allard, but often goes by the name Lamont Cranston. Your time starts now.
Green o hindi.
Okay, careful, ha?
Telekinesis.
Ano sabihin mo? It's final. Careful.
The Phantom Avenger.
Incorrect. Pass the team.
Ba't mo?
Kaya mo? Oo na lang.
Ikaw na lang. Ikaw lang.
The Phantom.
Incorrect. Okay, Steel.
The Shadow.
And that is correct. The Shadow. Okay, point.
Ay.
MM.
Sandali ako pala
Kasi nagbabasa ka palang comics, ha?
Yeah. Who knows?
Ha? Hindi, napanood ko dati yan.
Yeah. Who knows what evil lies in the hearts of men? Okay.
Si Alec Baldwin.
Kennedy, number 2. What's the name of this comic strip created by Mort Walker? It centers on a lazy soldier in the fictional RV post called Camp Swampy. After his death in 2018, his sons Neil, Brian, and Greg continued the strip. Your time
Bailey?
starts now.
Beatles Bailey.
Ano ulit? Di ko naintindihan.
Beatles Bailey.
Okay, sige. Pagbibigyan kita.
Pwede na.
Correct. Bailey. Okay.
Little Baby, oo.
Next time, pakiayos ha, yung pronunciation. Baka, sa seryosong laban, di tatanggapin niya. Ha? Okay. So, that is,
Wala pala, no?
yeah. So, 1, 2.
Wala akong ano dito.
Okay, June. Next.
Ano kaya?
Kaya mo yan, situan ka naman.
Nazi?
Okay, Nazis. Okay, saglit lang ha. Hold on. Okay, Nazis. Okay, June, here's your first question for sa Nazis. Who was Adolf Hitler's private secretary, taking Rudolf Hess's place as the Führer's confidant? Following Hitler's death in April 1945, he escaped the Führer bunker and was thought to have been killed as Soviet troops closed in. His death was confirmed in 1998. He was tried in absentia at the Nuremberg trial and sentenced to death.
Private secretary. Ano ba? Yung tsura niya. Hindi ko.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Adrich?
Sorry, incorrect. Pass the team.
Sige, Robby. Hindi ko makita si Josa.
Si Josa, wala ko.
Si Josa pala. Sorry, Josa, hindi kita nakita. Pasensya na.
Eichmann.
Eichmann, sorry, incorrect. Okay, Steel.
Steel.
Sige.
May hula ako.
Team captain.
Sige,
Meron ka sagot, Jo?
Team captain, declare mo.
May hula-hula lang. Hindi ako sure.
Sure ba yung kay Kennedy?
Ako na?
may hula din ako.
Kamay.
Jojo.
Ito ba topic
Mayroon.
kayo?
Jojo.
3-3-3.
Jojo.
Borman?
And correct.
Tama,
Martin
tama.
Bormann. Okay, point.
Hindi ko ma-recall yung
Himmler ang
pangalan.
sagot ko. Heinrich
Si Bor-
Himmler.
Hindi.
Hindi, Martin Bormann.
Si Heydrich na assassinate yun.
Okay.
Di ba pamangkin niya yun?
Yun yung pinakamataas na na-assassinate si Heydrich.
Okay. June, your second question sa Nazis. Who was the head of the Sturmabteilung of Stormtroopers or SA until 1934? He was once a close friend of Hitler but had a falling out with him and was his friend. As a result, he was killed during the Night of the Long Knives by the SS, who were rivals with the SA. Your time starts now.
Alam ko yung tsura niya, nakalimutan ko yung pangalan.
Yes.
Pas na pas.
Okay, pass it, team.
Sige, Robbie.
Ito na ba yung Ekman?
Sorry, not Eichmann.
Pa din.
Meron sa atin.
Tinatayan sa ano.
Wala. Hindi ko maisip.
Nakalimutan ko.
Yes.
Hindi ko maisip.
Aral ko yan dati.
Kaya napatay ni ano yun.
Wala ako. Hindi ko maisip.
Ha?
Wala, Jo. No, Jo.
Wala.
Wala.
Wala ako sagot.
Okay. Ano?
Familiar yan. Ano initial, Kuya Ron?
Pass.
Ernest something yan, no?
E-R. Well, malapit ka na. You're close.
Rutherford.
Binanggit mo na yung first name.
Ernest pala. Ernest.
Hindi ko matandaan.
Yeah.
Pero sikat yan. Sikat yan.
Ernst Rom,
Sikat
no?
yan. Sikat
Ayun.
yan.
Ayun. Binanggit niya.
Sikat yan.
Go.
Namatay yan sa ano. Kasi contender ni Hitler yan, di ba?
Yeah. Binurder ng SS.
Dito ba si ano? Sino si Spectator? Si Noel?
David yata
Hindi
yan.
namin alam
Si
eh.
David. Baka ano kasi, nagpapatulong
Papatulog
ng
ng bata.
bata.
Okay, so tapos na si June. Second seat. Okay, Julius. You're up.
Susunod talaga, number 1 na ako.
Ay, hirap yung...
Kaya nagpaubaya ka sa comics eh.
Hindi, kasi alam naman ni Kennedy yung mga ganun eh. Pero kinuha niya.
Sino na?
Julius.
Let's go.
Dapat pala mabilikan yung mga Nazi. Ano?
One.
Nakalimutan ko na yung mga pangalan. Eh.
Game models.
Okay, models. So, mga supermodels. All right. Question number 1 for models. Nicknamed the Shrimp, who was this early generation supermodel who was an icon of swinging London in the 1960s. She appeared on the covers of numerous magazines such as Vogue, Glamour, and Vanity Fair, among others. She also dabbled in acting, and she is now 78 years old.
Shrimpton.
Are done?
Shrimpton.
Correct. Jean Shrimpton. Point sa inyo.
Pangit ng nickname.
Sandali 1 pa lang kami, ano?
Ako si Tweety.
Tapos 5. 5 na.
Okay. Julius, number 2. Number 2 question. Who was the supermodel who was at her prime in the 1980s and 1990s? She appeared in Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues 13 consecutive times. She also dabbled in acting and went into business, which grew and made her one of the wealthiest former models in the world.
Di ba pwede zoom yan?
Oo nga, hindi ko makita rin eh.
Hindi
80s, 90s.
80s. Sino ba to?
Parang kilala ko to.
10, 9, 8.
Gia? Gia ka na?
Hula lang ako.
Teka, kaya di pa tap. Ano, Julius?
Gia Carana.
Sorry. Incorrect. Okay, pass the team.
Jo, meron ka?
Jojo, ikaw na.
Ikaw na, Sir Ken.
Torlington.
Ako na. Oh,
Sorry. Okay, Steel.
Yari.
Try lang. Sige, Diyos, ikaw na.
Ikaw na, vibe ka eh.
5 ka eh.
Ay,
Three
hindi,
lang ako.
Three lang din. Pero parang kilala ko,
Oh, sige, ikaw na.
Erika Elenyok.
Sorry, incorrect. Correct
Tatiana
answer
Hindi.
is Cathy
Cathy
Ireland.
Ireland. Oo nga.
Hindi ko siya kilala. Bakit siya Sports Illustrated? Athlete ba siya?
Hindi, model.
Model.
Hindi, mga
Mga
model.
swim.
Actually, mga
Ano,
Sports
ano?
Illustrated, mga athlete doon.
Sa swimsuit
Kala
eagle.
ko
Hindi,
si-
mga
ito,
model lang sa
swimsuit.
mga ano.
Model lang.
Sa mga
Alam ko
swimsuit.
puro
Kamukha niya
athlete.
si Torlington.
Yeah, ito yung swimsuit
Hindi,
edition.
Kapag naglagay ka ng athlete sa cover,
Kala.
Ay, special edition lang yata nila yun.
Yeah, special swimsuit edition.
Dinagala sila.
Okay, so after that, Josa, ikaw na.
Cats.
Okay, sabi ko na ba ito? Ano? Yeah, pusa. Okay. Question number 1 for cats.
Kinuha yung model eh.
Okay, what's this cat breed of American
Maine
origin? Nicknamed the
Maine Coon.
Hmm?
Maine Coon.
correct,
Torlington.
the Maine Coon.
Oo. Oo nga. Yung malaki, no?
Malaki
Number two.
pala yun.
Yeah.
Ayun yung malaking cat eh.
Okay. What's this breed of cat characterized by having a tricolor coat of fur, white, black, and orange? They're exclusively female and males are a rarity. So, two acceptable
Calico.
answers. Okay. Correct.
Mga nagkakak ako.
Calico or tortoiseshell.
Usakal lang sa atin yan. Yung swerteng tatlong kulay.
Yeah.
Yung sabi nila, ito yung cat na yan, di ba?
Yung tatlong kulay, no?
Alright. Jojo, ikaw na.
Ba maganda?
Hindi pa tayo pwedeng magdalawang round?
Hello?
Hindi. Mawawala ng team.
Oo nga, wala.
Wala ng team.
Kasya ba?
Parang mas gusto ko yung team kasi
May
parang ang hirap
mystery
ng
naman.
categories.
O, sige, kayo na.
Ups
Ano
lang
lang,
ako, Sir Ron.
Dalawang beses tayong sasagot sa team.
Apps daw, apps.
Okay, apps. Okay, Jojo, question number 1. What's this app created by a company founded by Ehud Shabbatai, initially called Free Map Israel in 2006? In 2008, Shabbatai created a new company to commercialize the app, which was monetized in 2012.
Waze.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Number 2. What language learning mobile app was publicly launched in 2012? It was a project initiated by Luis Bonan and Severin Hacker. At present, the app offers 106 different languages to learn. It has a premium version which is offered for a fee. Okay, time starts now.
Ano yun? Tinanong ko rin yan sa set ko. Duolingo.
Correct. Duolingo.
Duolingo.
Magpapalit pa ako ng question.
Okay. Well, at least
Kinuha mo yung question niya.
hindi
Kuya
ko alam
Ro.
na ginawa mo.
Ito na, ano na to, no?
Wala akong mapili. Hindi, ako pa.
Ay, si Robby pa
Robby.
pala, no? Sorry.
Wala akong mapili. Team na lang. Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. Your first question for Brazil. What's this eponymous term that refers to anyone from the city of Rio de Janeiro? The word is derived from the native Tupi language that means house of Cariho. They speak Portuguese with a unique accent.
Cariocas.
Okay, correct. Carioca.
Alam niyo ba yung karyoka na pagkain?
Diba ano yun? Kakanin yun.
Dito iba.
Kapapaanan ka nga pala.
Okay. Number 2. Located in Rio de Janeiro and opened in 1950, what's the name of this stadium officially known as Estadio Jornalista Mario Filo? It's alternatively named after a neighborhood in the city where it is located, in turn, named after the river that was canalized. Okay, start na.
Maracana Zinho Stadium.
Okay, correct. The Maracana Stadium. Okay. Now, sabi nyo, okay. Designate a fourth player. Okay, so,
May fourth. O sige.
okay, Julius. Teka, paano to? Kalaban pipili.
team na lang.
Kayo pipili.
Team na lang.
Tatlong
Team
team.
na lang lahat.
Within the
Team
team.
na
Tatlong
lang.
team.
Kuya Ron, gawin na lang natin na team.
Tatlong team.
Beses.
Tatlong team.
Tatlong team to, Kuya Boss Jun.
Tatlong team.
Anin pa
tatlong
eh.
Bali mag-aapat dahil sa mystery.
Oo, kasi mystery box
Oh.
apat. Oo, tatlong
Ang ano
team.
ko sana, isang round pa ng ano.
Okay, teka. Hindi lang.
Hindi,
Maubusan.
maubusan ng
ano,
mystery
team
box
na
si
to.
Kuya
Ano,
Ron.
team na to, ha? Team na to? O, sige,
Sige,
team na
ganun
to.
na lang.
Okay.
Team na lang.
Pwede na, hindi. Pwede naman dalawa lang. Tapos pang-apat, pili yung kalaban kung sinong
Kasi,
maglalaro.
okay, pwede.
Sige, pwede rin.
Categories to, ha?
Sige.
Yupo Cookie.
Sige.
Ano gusto nyo?
Sige na.
Ano,
ako na-
kayo? Puro team o isa pang
Ako,
O sige,
individual?
isang pipili.
Okay, sige. Designate kayo ng pang-apat na tao.
Si Robin na lang pipili sa kabila.
Okay.
Ay, ba't ako?
Ano? Kalaban
O, si
pipili
Diyosa.
o ano? Sila pipili.
O sige. Objective. Sino ba? May nasagot ba sila kanina tatlo?
Yan, nasagot. Ang huling sumagot si Jojo. Nasagot niya lahat.
Dalawa? Si Julius? May nasagot si Julius.
Oh,
Oo,
nasagot niya.
meron.
Isa. Tigisa sila ni Kennedy.
Oo.
Oh.
O sige, si Kennedy na lang.
Okay, Kennedy, ikaw yung pang-apat. Pumili ka.
Ano? Daya.
Oy, objective yun ha.
Food
May
and drink.
analysis pa.
Food and drink.
Food
Ay
and
baka
drink.
sabihin nyo may favorite ako eh.
Food and drink.
Oo eh.
Okay, Kennedy. Number 1 question, food and drink. Mongolian cuisine consists mainly of dairy products and meat as it is influenced by the extreme continental climate and Russian and Chinese culture.
Alam ko to eh.
What's the name of the Mongolian dumpling made of beef or lamb cooked with onion, garlic, and pepper, put in a flour dough, then steamed? It is spicier compared to other Asian dumplings. Okay, your time starts now.
Wait lang ha. Ano ba? Alam ko tong dumplings na to eh. Letter Z ato eh. Zoo. Ano ba? Druz. Ano ba? Wait lang. Druz.
5, 4, 3.
D-R-U-Z. Druz.
Sorry. Okay, pass the team.
Letter Z to eh.
Ako, wala ako. Wala ka na. Letter G daw.
Letter Z to or D.
No, pass din.
Okay, still.
Kasi,
Still nyo. Diyos, meron.
Hula.
Sige, hulaan mo na. Z daw, Z.
Batzo.
Okay, scoring correct. Correct answer is booze.
Yun. Yung Z.
May
Z
Z.
daw yung
Nasa dulo yung
Sa
Z.
dulo pala. Oo nga. Drus. Ako parang Drus boost pala.
Okay, Kennedy, number 2 question. What do you call this noodle dish made up of soba, noodles served cold? To eat it, one would dip the noodles in a sauce called tsuyu, made of soy sauce, green onions, kombu, katsuobushi, mirin, and sake, giving it a savory umami flavor. The noodles may be topped with dried seaweed. Anong tawag dito? 2 words. 2 words to, ah. So, yung isa, nabigay ko na. So, complete.
Oo, cold to eh. Cold to siya.
So, give the other word.
Kalimutan ko. Ay, nakalimutan ko noodles na to ah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, pass the team.
Pass.
So, meron ka? Dos lang ako. 3 o 2.
parehas ata tayo. Sasagot, ikaw na lang.
Food.
O sige, ramen nagi.
Sorry, steal.
Wala akong idea.
Korean ako medyo may
Hula.
idea.
Sige, Diyos, Okay na yan. Hula kaysa wala.
Translate.
Japanese.
Norisoba.
Close. Okay, actually, you said half.
Kaya. Soba yung dulo.
Correct answer is Zaru, soba. Kaya ito yung cold,
Okay.
soba served cold.
Dari.
Okay.
Sa cold. Sa
Okay na mapipili sa kabila kung sino
Okay,
maglalaro.
pili kayo sa kabila. Sino gusto niyo
Bugas po. Sino kukunin ko dyan? O sige, sige ulit.
Analysis ka din.
Yan, si Robin na lang.
Okay, Robbie, o pinili.
Ayaw pala ka na. Sige, water sports.
Water sport. Okay. So,
Mahilig ka dyan.
Aquatic sports to, ha?
Baka Olympics.
All right, here we go. Number 1. Who was Singaporean swimmer who
Diba?
beat Michael Phelps for the gold medal in the 2015 Summer Olympics? The 200 meters.
Ay, alam ko. Till ako.
Singapore, its first Olympic gold medal.
Joseph Schooling.
Correct.
Correct.
Joseph Schooling. Okay.
Akala ko Jason.
Okay. Number 2. During the water polo event in the 1956 Olympics, there was one match that came to be known as Blood in the Water on December 6th that year. Tensions were high between the two opposing teams against the background of an incident that took place in October. The game became too physical and blows were exchanged. What were the two countries involved? Give both.
Hungary and Soviet Union.
Correct. Okay. Now we go to team. Okay, Julius, anong gusto niyo? Team na to, ah.
Music ako.
Music
Tungkol
ka?
sa
Music.
Music na.
Okay. So, music. All right.
Alam ko na yung dalawang matitira.
Number 1. What song recorded in 2019 is performed to the tune of My Favorite Things from The Sound of Music? The latter's composer, Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein were also credited, as well as the artist who performed the song.
Ariana Grande.
ano yun, 7 rings. 7 rings.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay, 7 rings. Tama. Okay. All right. Next.
Isa lang.
Ay, oo nga, no? Sorry.
Isa pa.
Okay. Number 2. What is this Australian bush song written by Banjo Patterson in 1895? This song was considered for Australia's national anthem, but Advanced Australia Fair was chosen. Nevertheless, it is considered Australia's unofficial national anthem.
Watching Matilda.
Oh, final answer yan?
Watching Matilda.
Agree, Jo.
Watching Matilda.
Watching Matilda yan, di ba?
Final answer.
Jambak.
Oh,
Poktong.
So, final ko na yan. Watching Matilda.
Okay. Final answer.
Oh.
And correct. Waltzing Matilda. Yeah.
Letter.
Basta nyo,
Letter ba?
guys.
Okay. Tip.
Setter. Mas gusto ko yung setter.
Letter. Ako din.
Okay.
Ikaw,
so,
kuya.
tama.
Shatter. Sige, sige.
Ay, ba't
Shatter
ito
tayo.
nga tayo? Ni Kuya Jun yung Navy eh. Charot.
Okay.
Ha?
Navy ka daw, boss.
Okay. Your first
In the
question.
Navy.
Okay. First question sa theater. In Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman, what is the name of
Yan.
Willie Loman's son, whom he wants to follow in his footsteps to become a businessman, as opposed
Si
to his
Willie
plan
Loman lang kilala ko dito
without
sa
West
dito sa
to become a
salesman. Eh.
farmman? So,
Sila yung anak niya. Baka Loman Jr.
Mhm.
Nag-question ako nito yung salesman naman pangalan. Yung anak hindi.
Okay.
Hula.
Hindi ko alam. Hula tayo.
Mag-suggest ka ng hula.
Pangalan.
Atin wala kayong ano, wala kayong
Jan,
Hindi,
Patrick.
ikaw na lang.
Michael.
Ikaw maghula, Diyos.
Ikaw na,
Yeah.
Diyos ah.
9,
Kennedy.
7,
Samuel.
6.
Final answer.
Okay.
Samuel.
Incorrect.
Samuel.
The answer is Biff.
Ang hirap.
Hindi pala chicken beef.
All right. Number 2. What's this play written by Peter Morgan that debuted in the West End in 2013? It centered on the meetings between Queen Elizabeth II and her prime ministers. The original production starred Helen Mirren as the Queen. She reprised her role when the play opened in Broadway in 2015. Okay.
Coronation Street ba to? Yeah.
Time starts now.
Hindi. TV series yun.
Ah, TV series na yan.
Tagal, tsaka matanda na.
Contender. Ay, hindi.
The
Si
Queen.
Hill-
The Queen lang alam ko eh. Kaso
di,
play
si
ba
Hill
yun?
na.
Hindi.
Play yung Chetan. Play yung
Si
Chetan.
Josa na lang.
Ano
Wala.
sagot mo, Kuya Jun?
Coronation
Hindi,
Street.
Ano daw yun? Ano yun daw yun eh?
Matanda na yun eh, di ba? Coronation Street.
4, 3,
Sige,
Sa
ikaw na.
series daw yun.
1.
Ano sabi mo?
The
The Contender.
contender.
Okay. Incorrect. The answer is the audience.
The audience.
Huge.
Bakit?
Okay, Julius, kayo.
So, ano?
Wala. Walang mapili.
3 na tayo.
Go.
Naghang yata si Jojo.
Navy na lang.
Oo nga, naghang.
Okay, time out. Tayo natin si Jojo.
Balik
Hello,
naman yun.
Jo.
Eh,
Jojo, okay na?
may audio siya, walang video.
Restart mo.
Okay ka lang, Jojo?
Mababa upload niya.
Off mo tapos balik ka.
Sige, time out. Ayusin mo muna yung Jojo. Kaya sige, sandali lang ha.
Anong napili nila? Navy?
Ikaw, kung nandiyan ka, ano pipiliin mo, Robby?
Wala. Magsa-search na ako ng Canadian Prime Ministers. wala akong mapipili dyan. Wala akong kilala. Si Trudeau lang kilala ko. Tsaka yung tatay niya.
Wala pa si Jojo.
Wala pa.
Oo. Tayo natin.
Hintayin natin si Jojo ha.
Habang naghihintay, CR lang
Okay,
ako.
teka. Okay, nag-CR break si Julius.
Vision Crunch.
Bro, hello.
Okay, Jo, pag nandiyan ka na, paki-on ang video mo, paki-on.
Wala pa rin?
Jojo, ay, wala uli.
Oh, Jojo.
Diyan siya kanina.
Bata ka pa, Jojo. Huwag ka muna mamamuna.
Yeah. Okay, ito na. Si Jojo.
Ayun.
Okay. Pag-on na video nyo. Jo, Julius, pag-on na video nyo. Okay, Jojo. Okay, connecting pa?
Hello, hello.
Okay,
Sorry,
yun.
nawala.
Okay, rinig ka. Okay, so, confirm ko lang, no? Navy na pili nyo, no? Navy?
In the Navy.
Okay.
Hindi lang namili nun, Jo.
O, ano talaga? Navy?
Sige na.
Navy na.
Okay, Navy.
Sige, Navy.
All right. Your first question sa Navy. What U.S. aircraft carrier was launched on March 15, 1980? The ship was named after a congressman who was the chairman of the House Naval Affairs and Armed Services Committee and was an ardent supporter of the U.S. Navy. In 2011, the ship bore the remains of Osama bin Laden following a raid that killed him and from where he was buried at sea. So, anong U.S. carrier to? What U.S. carrier?
After a congressman.
The USS what?
Nimitz General. Ano ba mga carrier dyan? F. Kennedy, MacArthur, Nimitz.
Nimitz.
Ano pa ba congressman? Vinson, may ganun, Vinson.
Hindi mo
Five.
alam.
Kung Congress.
4,
Kala ko yung operation ang
Two.
itatanong.
1.
Hindi
Oh,
na lang.
final answer.
Yung sinabi ni Joe.
USS Bean, sir.
Oh, yan final answer nyo?
Final answer.
Okay. Sige, I'll consider that. Yeah, tama. The
Tama.
USS Carl Vinson.
Vinson.
Kasi may Vinson massive, di ba?
Okay. Number 2. What is the name of the British Royal Navy submarine that sank the Argentine warship General Belgrano during the Falklands War of 1982? She is the only nuclear-powered submarine to engage and sink an enemy warship. She was decommissioned in 1990 and awaiting final disposal to this day. So it's the HMS what?
Cheetah warship.
Hindi ko alam. May alam kayo?
Nasa
Wala.
Iron
Hindi ko
Lady.
alam yung pangalan ng operation. Hindi ko alam yung...
Wala.
Ano na lang. HMS Churchill na lang. Ano?
Oh, final answer?
Wala akong alam sir. Ano?
Churchill na lang.
Ayun na lang. Sige. Churchill.
Okay, final answer. That's incorrect. The correct answer is HMS Conqueror. Conqueror siya.
Madalas natatanong yan.
Yeah, kahit sa
Thatcher
public.
yan.
Yeah,
Time ni Thatcher yan, di ba?
Ha? Oh,
Time
Oh,
ni
yung-
Thatcher.
time ni
Yung
Thatcher.
Falkland War. Oh.
Okay. So, itong natira sa inyo. Okay, ready na kayo? Here's number 1.
Nakapagbasa kahit papaano.
Who was the Canadian Prime Minister instrumental in organizing the UN
56.
force that resolved the Suez Crisis of 1956? For his efforts, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1957. It was during his term as Prime Minister that Canada adopted its current flag,
1957? Sino ba dyan?
replacing the Union Jack. Hindi pa siya Prime Minister noong 1957, ha?
Ah, okay. Pero na-receive na niya yung ano,
Yeah.
sa Nobel Prize.
Naging Prime Minister siya noong 60s.
60s. Sino yung
Sino
nabasa
ba
ko?
mga kilala natin?
Yung mga nabasa ko kanina. Kababasa ko lang. Hindi
Ano,
nag-stick sa akin.
Yung kilala ko lang si Laurier eh.
Si
Pero sa ano
Pearson.
yun eh, sa dollar eh, yung ano yun eh, parang kay
Pearson.
Wala na lang.
Trudeau. Pierre Trudeau.
Learson, pero mga ano na yun, di ba?
Four.
Mga bago na yun.
3,
San Laurent.
2,
Wala
1.
na.
Sige, wala.
Ah, sige. Laurier.
Okay. Sorry, incorrect. The correct
San
answer
Laurent.
is Lester Pearson.
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 Kung kano
Yeah,
Sabi na, dapat siya na pala.
Rovi,
Diba?
Rovi, i-type mo
Ah.
yan doon sa sa quiz natin. Pag nag-question
Yes,
ako
madam.
yung person.
Nag-update po ako.
Number 2.
Airport ng ano?
Sabi ng
Oo.
Toronto.
Rovi.
Siya nga pala yung ano
Toronto,
sa ano.
Toronto,
Ibig sabihin siya rin
Toronto.
pala.
favoritism, sabi ko.
Okay, number 2.
Tatandaan ko lang.
Pierre Trudeau, father of the current Prime Minister, was Canada's Prime Minister for 2 separate terms. The elder Trudeau lost in the 1979 general election and was succeeded by whom, and happened to be the youngest to become Prime Minister. Trudeau regained the premiership when the Liberal Party won again in the 1980 election. So, sino ang Prime Minister between the 2 terms of Trudeau?
Liberal.
Ah. Ah. Kababasa ko lang eh.
Nakasingit siya.
Hindi nag-stick sa akin. John?
Okay lang last name, ha?
John? Sige, John.
Jan? Jan?
Parang William. John.
Ah, sige, sige.
Kung tama yun, naalala ko.
Yan, final answer niya?
Final
Oh,
answer.
final.
John.
Okay, it's incorrect. The correct answer is Joe Clark.
Clark.
So,
Joke
Trudeau,
lang.
Clark,
Ay,
Trudeau uli.
oo, Joe Clark.
Okay.
Ayun. Naka-open pa sa akin.
Okay, Julius, mystery box, A or B?
Ano? B?
Sige, B.
Na naman si Jojo.
Ano, B gusto niya?
Wala si Yujo.
Wala si Jojo eh.
Wala uli?
Ay. Kuha. Babalik na siya.
Ha? John, diyan ka ba?
Hello.
Okay.
Eh, kahit na ano sa... Okay.
Okay, ano mystery box niya? A or B?
B na lang tayo.
Kahit ano. Sige, B.
Okay, B. So, here are your categories.
Navy.
Theater,
Canadian
comics,
Prime
and
Minister.
Brazil. All right.
Ko sa atin napunta yun.
Number 1, theater. Who was the playwright who wrote A Few Good Men? It debuted in Broadway in 1989 and later made into a movie in 1992. This playwright also wrote the screenplay for the movie version. Okay, your time starts now.
Sorkin yan, di ba?
Hmm?
Aaron Sorkin.
Okay.
Aaron Sorkin ba?
Hello?
Okay.
Aaron Sorkin ba sinasabi mo?
Hello? Hello?
Oh. Yeah, rinig ka,
Yeah.
Jojo. Rinig ka.
Di ba movie yan?
Aaron Sorkin ba sinasabi
5,
mo?
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, ano final answer?
Aaron Sorkin.
Oh, Aaron Sorkin yan.
Okay, final answer. And correct. Aaron Sorkin. Pangalan ko. Alright. So, point sa inyo. Okay. Next is comics. What's the name of this multinational superhero team that originally appeared in Image Comics in 1993? The team undertakes dangerous missions
Wildcats.
under the United Nations. Wildstorm merged with DC Comics and was incorporated into its universe.
Hindi ba to Wildcats?
Wildcats.
Parang ibang mga member nila dito ah. Hindi to Wildcats.
Image.
Hindi to Wildcats. Wala akong kilala dito ah. Si Mole ba yun? Si Mole green yun eh. Bakit blue siya dyan?
10, 9,
Hindi
8,
to Wildcats.
Hindi na siya green-minded kaya naging
Five.
blue na.
4,
Wait lang.
3,
Wala si Grifter ngayon.
Ano, Gen X? Gen X ata ito? Or Gen 13?
Ano, Jo? Agree ka?
Gen 13
Wala.
ata ito.
Marvel ba to?
Hindi Image Comics list.
Gen 13 ka lang.
Or the Watchmen. Wait, hindi.
Oh, anong final answer?
Gen 13 na lang. Gen 13.
Gen 13 ata to.
Oh, yan ang final answer nyo?
Oo, yun ang.
Mm-mm.
Nahanap ko si Grifter.
Okay, that's incorrect. The correct answer
X-Factor
is
ba to?
Stormwatch.
Oh, sabi ko may Stormwatch.
Ang dami mo kasing choices.
Yung
Oo
Wildcat
nga,
parang
Stormwatch.
image version ng
Hindi, si
X-Men.
Stormwatch, ay ito yung pinaka
Ito yung version nila ng
ata na
Justice,
Stormwatch.
ng
Kasi ang
Avengers.
bagong Stormwatch, nandyan dapat si Marshall Manhunter eh.
Okay. Ito yung Wildstorm
Wala
version
siya.
ng Justice League at saka Avengers.
Ah. Storm.
Okay, we now go to Brazil. Here's your question for Brazil. What is this popular bossa nova and jazz song written by Antonio Carlos Jobim and Vinícius de Moraes in 1962? It was commercially released in the same year with English lyrics and performed by Astrid Gilberto because she could speak English well. It became an international hit and made it to the Billboard Hot 100 in 1964.
Girl from Ipanema. Jo.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, rinig ka, Jo?
Yes.
Hindi pa naman.
Oh, yun.
Final answer niyo na?
Girl from Ipanema. Final.
Mm-mm.
Okay, correct. The girl from Ipanema.
Girl from Ipanema.
Okay, so ang natira sa inyo is Mr. A. Here are your categories.
Kuya Ron, mali. Kabila yan.
Bakit?
Kabila yan.
Ha?
Unshare mo muna.
Okay, kabila. Mhm.
Kabila, unshare mo muna.
Okay.
O, Diyos, alam mo na pipiliin mo.
Haha. Okay, teka.
Hindi ko nakita nga. Sayang.
Teka lang punta. Teka, sandi lang ha. Shuffle out muna ako dito.
Papunta ka sa set B mo.
Yun, no, may background yun.
Okay, ito yung sa inyo. Yan.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Number 1. Teka lang, hold it.
Nazi talaga.
Music Nazi. At saka isa, water sports.
Yun,
Kaya na.
Nazi.
Okay. All right, here we go. Music, number 1. During the recording of the song Get Back in 1969, there was an unwelcome visitor in the studio. In an interview with Playboy magazine in 1980, John Lennon said Paul McCartney would glare at this person whenever he sang the chorus, and at one point almost blurted out that person's name instead of Jojo. Who is the person he was referring to?
No idea. Beatles ito. John Lennon.
Person when he sang the chorus.
Sino ba asawa niya?
Yoko
Sige, go.
Ono.
Yoko,
Sige.
parang si Yoko nga.
Kasi
sige.
Jojo, oh.
Yoko.
Yoko Ono.
Parang nabasa ko na to or narinig ko na.
Final answer
Either
na.
Yoko o yung asawa niya. O Barbara.
Pero yung ano kasi Jojo, instead of Jojo Yoko yun, di ba? Almost
Yoko na lang.
sila. Kasi,
Ano final
Yoko
answer
Ono.
Yoko.
Yoko Ono, final answer.
Okay. And you are correct. Si Yoko Ono. Get Back, Yoko. Ano? Magkatunog. Okay. Next, we go to Nazis. So, point sa inyo.
Baka si Aikman na to.
Who is the Nazi figure who served as the Governor General of Poland from 1939 to 1945? During the Nuremberg trials, he was charged with war crimes and crimes against humanity for his policies towards the Jews. He was sentenced to death and executed in October 1946.
Polish yung pangalan.
Kakamukha lang sila.
Nazi figure who served as Governor General of Occupied Poland. So, German pa rin siya.
Mag-name na lang kayo. Ano mga kilala niyo pa? Na hindi yung mga general.
Kulong.
Hindi ko kilala yung mukha niya
2, 1.
Goth.
Hula na lang kayo.
Come on, Goth.
Go. Okay, sorry, incorrect. So,
Wala eh.
okay, the answer is Hans Frank.
Hindi siya kilala.
Hindi ko kilala.
Okay.
Lolo ni
Frank. Okay, water sports. Originating in the early 20th century, synchronized swimming is a hybrid discipline that combines swimming, dance, and gymnastics. It may be for solo or as a team. It made its debut in what Summer Olympiad? In 2015, it was renamed Artistic Swimming, though it was not received. So, anong Olympic year na-introduce ang synchronized swimming?
1996 to 2004 yan.
Wala pa nung mga 88.
Bago lang yan. Bago lang.
Bago lang. Mga 96 siguro.
What Summer Olympic year?
Hula ko
1984 yung sa Seoul. Ay, 88 pala yung Seoul.
88 yun.
Wala pa nung 70s niyan.
Wala pa to. Hindi ko pa naabutan ko na yung 70s.
Hindi sa Atlanta yan.
88 lang.
96 na.
96 na lang. 96. Go.
Sige.
Sige, 96.
96. Final answer.
96 Atlanta.
Okay, that's incorrect. The correct answer is 1984.
84.
Kasi,
Sorry.
kaya natin di pa ni-accept los LA lang kasi nag-Olympics din noong 1932. Kaya confusing. Kaya
Okay.
here ang i-specify natin. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay lang.
Okay.
72 pa lang ako.
Okay, sige.
Lapit na.
Binabasa ko kasi lahat eh.
Yeah.
Buti ka pa nakapagbabasa.
Lahat ng sports. Kahit walang kwenta.
Buti pa.
Okay. Moving to set B.
Pati yung Nokia.
Anong Nokia?
Yung Nokia yung cellphone drawing.
Okay, ito na ang set B.
Uy, totoong sports yun.
Alright, June, kayo naman ang mauna.
Kami pala, no? So, ako mauuna.
Yeah.
Ano ang maganda dito? TV series. Try natin, Korean TV series.
Okay.
Alright.
Hindi ako nanonood. Hindi ko rin
Okay,
Oo.
number 1.
Wala may tutulong dyan.
What's this Korean TV series about a working class girl who falls in love with the leader of a clique of rich young men called F4? It is based on a Japanese manga by Yoko Kamio.
Boys Over Flower.
Correct. Okay, points sa inyo.
Ay, sandali. Kurang ko lang pala.
Sige. Okay, checking. Andiyan ka pa, Jojo? Checking. Okay, checking lang. Alright, okay na, June?
Okay, sige.
Alright, number 2. What's this Korean romantic series about a housekeeper working in France for a wealthy businessman who has to pose as his fiancé to win over a potential business partner?
Ay, hindi ko napanood to.
Robby, bakit tumatawa?
Hindi. Alam ko talaga to. Pinalabas sa channel.
Oo. Diyos ko, napanood ko rin yan.
Sige, ikaw na.
Sandali.
Oh,
Hindi,
sige.
sandali.
Ayaw nga si Kuya John muna, sorry.
What
Okay.
is this?
Next slide lang ako.
Working in France for wealthy businessman. Sige, Robby, ikaw na.
Lovers in Paris.
Yeah, ginawa din siya.
Ayan pala yun.
May local version, si Casey Cipiolo.
Ito lang yung kanina.
Ano pala siya? Lumang TV series, no?
Wala ko bago Korean series.
Umamin ka na, Robby. Ano ka ba?
Hindi ko nakita, promise.
Ako ka na.
Okay.
Hindi ko nakita.
Oh,
Napanood ko lang yung sa channel 2.
okay, Kennedy, ikaw una. Go next.
Marvel Universe.
Sige, Marvel Universe. Keep in mind, ito, puro comics to, ha? Hindi kasama movies, ha? Kasi iba yung iba storyline nila. Alright, number 1. Who is the supporting character in Iron Fist?
Misty Knight. Misty Knight.
Okay.
Yun, no?
Alright, very good.
Ganon.
Misty Knight. Okay, thank you. Number 2. From Black Panther, who is T'Challa's sister who for a time assumed the mantle of Black Panther when her brother is indisposed? Her portrayal in comics is different from the film, where she is a tech genius who designs T'Challa's outfits and equipment. Sino siya?
Anong question?
Sino
Wait lang.
kapatid ni T'Challa? Na for a time naging Black Panther.
Shira. Wait, she.
Oy, walang hindi parang may touch move dito, Kennedy, ha? Hindi pwedeng ganun, ha?
Oo, hindi na pwede yun.
Shira.
Hindi ka pwedeng hindi mo pwedeng bawin kung sabi mo.
Final answer ka na.
Kalimutan ko pangalan niya.
Okay,
Shera.
Team.
Shera.
Sorry.
Ha?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry, narinig ko, di ko lang naintindihan, ha?
Sorry.
Okay, correct.
Chun-Li daw, Chun-Li.
Same lang pala.
Shira.
Shuri.
Kala ko Chun-Li.
Shira
Shuri,
naman pala
Shuri.
sa akin. Shuri yung nga pala.
Okay. So next, I see Josa.
Josa.
Go na.
Lang, movies. Movies.
Okay, movies. Your first question for movies. The war movie Saving Private Ryan is based on the story of what family whose 4 sons saw action in World War II. 2 were killed in action, the other was first thought to be killed, but later found out to become a prisoner of war. The other surviving son saw action on D-Day and was pulled out upon being notified of his brother's deaths. He spent the remainder of his service performing non-combat duties. So anong family name? Last name?
Liberal. Hula na lang. Miller.
Okay, sorry, pass the team.
Wala.
Hindi ko matandaan.
Sige, Robby. Kaya mo yan. Kaya mo yan,
Iba
Robby.
pa.
Ryan.
Kaya biya.
Reynolds.
Mawala ka nilang
Matandaan eh. Common lang yun eh.
Oh, final na yan?
Wilson.
Okay, sorry, Steele.
Ay, hindi ko matandaan.
Ayun.
Tanong na yun.
Nyland.
Correct. Nyland.
Island, di ba?
Yeah.
Di pala ko.
Edward Nyland, yung inspiration behind Private Ryan. Edward Nyland. Okay, si Josa pa rin to, no? Okay. Question number 2, Josa. The movie The Devil Wears Prada is about a girl fresh out of college who works as an assistant to a very demanding boss of a fashion magazine called Runaway.
Anna Wintour.
Runway. Ha?
Anna Wintour.
Correct. Anna Wintour.
Siyempre.
Anong pangalan ni
Passion.
Anne Hathaway dyan? Andy Sachs, di
Andy
ba?
Sachs.
Sachs.
Okay.
Piwilang ako.
Okay. Next, Julius.
Cartoons.
Cartoons. Okay. Your first question. Who was this cartoon character created by L.C. Krister Segar that debuted in 1929 in the Thimble Theater comic strip? Max Fleischer adapted these characters into cartoon shorts in 1933 and became widely popular. The character was said to be inspired by one Frank Fiegel, who was an acquaintance of Segar.
Popeye.
Hmm?
Popeye.
Sorry, hindi ko naintindihan, Julius.
Popeye.
Correct. Popeye. Alright.
Sorry, maano ba yung audio ko?
Medyo sabog lang. Sabog. Kaya hindi ko naintindihan. Sabog. Okay. Number 2.
Ano yung sagot?
Popeye.
Popeye.
The Sailor Man. Okay. Number 2, Julius. What is this Hanna-Barbera cartoon series launched in 1972? It is the same in plot as the Flintstones and the Jetsons, only it is set in modern ancient Rome. The series could not duplicate the success of the Flintstones and was cancelled after 13 seasons.
Caesars.
Okay, incorrect. Pass the team.
Ako, Roman holidays.
Correct. The Roman holidays.
Galing.
Yes. Same style. Yung format niya, same as Flintstone and Jetsons. Okay. Okay. After Julius. Okay, Robbie. Ano na?
Okay, badminton.
Badminton. Okay.
Favorite.
Ay, ganun talaga.
Okay, number 1.
Ang lawak ng iba eh.
Okay, number 1. Badminton is based on a game from India known as what? It came to be known as badminton when British colonial officials brought the game back and was named after the estate of the Duke of Beaufort in Gloucestershire. So, ano
Puna.
originally? Correct.
Una.
Yeah, correct. Pune. After the town sa India.
Thank you, PE.
Okay, number 2. What's the last name of the 5 Malaysian brothers who were a dominant force in badminton in the 80s? They were famous
Nababasa
for
ko
unique
lang
serving
nito.
style which was illegal and banned from the sport.
Sino nag-post nito? O sa ibang quiz? Ano ba?
Baka, na-post yata.
Oo nga,
Si
kababasa ko
si
lang.
JT.
Pero
Na-post ni JT yan. Pinost ni JT yan.
5 quiz group yata.
Pinanood ko pa yung video na ito.
5, 4, 3.
Isip ka na lang ng quizzer na Malaysian.
Razik?
Sorry,
Matanda.
pass the team.
Josa, ikaw na o ano?
Hula na lang.
Sige.
Tarik.
Okay, sorry. Steal.
Parang close.
meron ka?
Oo, ano yun? Si Dick.
Choppy Joe. Okay,
Si
ulit.
Dick.
Ulit.
Correct. Sidek.
Hello?
Yeah,
Dick.
correct. Yeah, okay. Nakuha ko. Gets ko. The Sidek brothers. Okay.
Yung serve nila yung
Babasa ko lang yun.
Okay, Jojo, ikaw na.
patitirahin doon sa new Kenneth para hindi
Hello?
bawal na
Ba
yun.
ako?
Bawal na yung feather na yun.
Oh, Jojo.
Hello?
Yeah, rinig ka.
Political parties.
Political parties. Okay. Your first question. Founded in 1955 with the merger of 2 parties, what Japanese political party has been dominant in Japan's politics except between 1993, 1994, and 2009 and 2012. Its leaders have become prime ministers in line with the Westminster model, which it follows. Clarification, buong pangalan na, no acronyms. Ha? Okay. Your time starts now.
Okay. Liberal Democratic Party.
Correct. Liberal Democratic Party. Okay. Number 2.
Hindi ka pa.
Founded in 1945, what German political party is liberal conservative and in leaning and a major catch-all party for the center-right in German politics? Konrad Adenauer, Helmut Kohl, and Angela Merkel are from this party. Sige,
Christian Democratic Union.
correct. Christian, yung CD.
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Woko, okay. Okay. May point kayo. Point. Okay, so we now go to team. Ade, pwede pa, no? Ay, fourth player pala. Ganun din.
Isa pa, fourth player.
Okay. Oh,
Okay,
ngayon,
naman.
Julius, pumili kayo sa kabila. Sino gusto sumagot?
Forest 2229. Gabi ulit.
Kole.
Okay.
Uh, mountains or literature? Wait lang.
Sige.
Sige, mountains.
Okay, mountains. Your
Shit.
first question to mountains. Who was the English mountaineer who was the first to ascend the Matterhorn in 1905? During the descent, 4 members of his party were killed. He later ascended mountains from other countries.
Mahaba pangalan nito eh.
Last name lang, okay.
Oo nga, pero di ko matandaan. Matterhorn. Wala na. Devereaux.
Okay, incorrect. Pass the team.
Hindi ko matandaan, sorry. Basta mahaba pangalan niya.
Pass na.
Okay. Steel.
Meron ka?
Wala. Wala ka.
Sometimes
Band.
Ha?
answer si Kennedy o nagwa-once.
Wala. Wala akong sagot.
Okay. Wala kayong sagot?
Wala daw.
Okay. So the answer is
Tama ba? Mahaba pangalan niya.
Edward Whymper.
Ay, hindi.
Hmm.
May isang mahaba pangalan eh.
Okay, Robbie, your second
Mont
question.
Blanc yata.
The mountains. Located on the border between Nepal and Tibet, what mountain in the Mahalungur Himalayas is the 5th highest in the world? Although it's considered one of the most difficult peaks to climb, it was successfully summited in 1955 by Lionel Terray and Jean Cousy of France.
Makalu.
Correct. Makalu. Oh, ngayon, kayo naman pumili.
Ako, boss yun, ikaw na pumili.
Hindi. Sa kabila.
Oo.
Si Kennedy.
Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ha?
Kennedy daw.
Wala.
Bakit? Ako,
Para
inulit ko
ano
lang.
lang.
Inulit lang.
Inulit lang yung kabila. Inulit lang eh. Para hindi
Okay,
obvious.
ulitin namin kayo.
Nang-discriminate ka. Ha?
Hindi
Okay, Kennedy. Pili.
Dance.
Dance. Okay.
Malayin nyo naman kung magaling sa dance yan.
Your first question sa dance. What do you call this popular Latin dance that originated in Cuba? Its name is an onomatopoeia derived from the shuffling sound of the feet when they dance 2 consecutive quick steps. The music of the same name was introduced by Enrique Jorin in the early 1950s.
Rumba ba yan? What thing?
That's incorrect. Okay, pass the team. O, sabi ko sa iyo, yung ano
First
Oh.
answer.
yung pagbitaw mo ng salita, ingat. Okay, pass the team.
Ako na. May hula ako.
Sige,
Cha-cha.
correct.
Ang chat. Siya ang mapat.
Cha-cha-cha.
Ano po ito?
Cha-cha-cha.
Okay, number 2, Kennedy. Reminder, right? Ingat sa
Sandali,
ano.
sandali.
Ingat sa
First
First
kung
answer
salita.
to. First answer.
Okay?
First answer talaga. Sige,
Yung
sige.
dila mo, ha? Control mo.
Hindi.
Number 2. Popularly known as the Mexican hat dance, What is the name of this dance which originated in the city of Guadalajara in the 19th century as a courtship dance? It has gained national status and considered Mexico's national dance.
Hot dance.
Anong dance na to?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Getters.
2, 1. Time's up. Pass the team.
Fingers, Jo. Fingers.
Hot dance din na alam ko.
Ayun, sombrero.
Okay, sorry. Steal.
Sige, si Robby. Robby, naka-mute ka.
Unmute.
Bolero.
Sorry, incorrect. The correct
Hindi
answer is
sasagot ko eh.
Arabe Tapatio.
Ano sasagot mo?
Bolero.
Bolero din. May motador kasi, no?
Yan. Yan. Tananananananananan.
Bolero ka ba?
Yun yan.
Matadero.
Hirap pala. Pero di ba accepted ang harabe yata dyan? Di ba?
Hindi.
Yeah, pwede.
Harabe. Harabe.
Okay. Team na tayo. So,
Di ba yun yung gorilla?
Si Harambe.
Ay, hindi
Harambe.
sila pala.
Arambe.
Harambe.
So, muling Kennedy na. Okay, June. Kayo una.
Team
kami pala.
team na.
O, team na.
Ano
team
gusto
na.
niyo? Literature?
Literature, sige.
Sige, literature.
Okay,
tayo.
literature. Okay, your question on literature. Number 1. What's the name of this fictional African-American detective and psychologist created by James Patterson, who has appeared in a series of novels whose titles are inspired from nursery rhymes?
Alex Cross.
Oo, Alex Cruz.
Final answer?
Ano lansa?
Correct.
Buti alala mo. Si Morgan Freeman alala ko.
Okay. Number 2. The 1994 drama The Shawshank Redemption is based on a novella written by Stephen King in 1982.
Rita Hayworth.
Rita Hayward.
Final?
Final answer.
Yes.
Correct. Rita Hayworth. And Shawshank Redemption.
Redemption.
Okay, Julius, kayo naman.
Jo.
Musical instrument na.
Jo.
Instrument. Sige. Instrument ako.
Sige, ayun yung criminals.
Okay, musical instruments.
Sige.
Number 1. What's this musical instrument of African origin?
Volvozuela.
Bubuzela.
Zela.
Volvozuela.
Final answer nyo na yan?
Bubuzela. Oh.
Yung kay Kennedy, tama yun.
First answer.
Bulbul-swela.
Volvozuela.
Bulbuzela daw.
Final
Bulbul-swela.
answer?
Bubuo kasi.
Bubuzela. Bubuzela.
Okay, Vuvuzela.
Volvozuela.
Mabuhok kasi yun.
Bubuzela. Hindi Bubuzela.
Mabuhok.
Okay. Sige. Hindi ko, ayan ko muna
Joke lang.
makarecover muna. Okay,
Sige.
number
Kasi
2.
Venezuela kasi naisip niya.
Bakit ayaw nyo ba sa Volvozuela?
Kasi mali.
Kasi
Hindi kasi yung Volvo.
Ay, sandali. Tama kayo, di ba? Hindi mo tuloy ako nakascore. Sorry.
Nakakatawa lang pero tama yun.
Okay. Guys, number 2 question nyo. What is this kind of drum whose name is a Spanish word for kettle drum? These are shallow single-headed drums with a metal
Mayor?
casing and performed in Latin music.
Marimba ba yan?
Iba ba yung snare drum?
Okay. Timpan.
Wala pa lang
Timpani?
still.
Hindi siya. Sige.
Ano na? Timpani?
Timpani?
Timpani.
Timpani, hindi ko magat yung sinasabi dyan.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Hello?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ano final answer nyo?
Jo, mer.
Hello?
Oh, yun. Ano sagot mo?
Timpani.
Huwag ka sumabay. Hindi ko matinig.
Timpani nga.
Oh, yun. Timpani daw.
Okay, final answer? Timpani?
Oo.
The correct answer is, sorry, hindi tama, timbales.
Ah, Timbales. Ano yung timpani?
Di ba yung timpani, di ba?
Ano yun, di ba? Sa
Maliit
bagay, mas
lang yun.
mataas kasi yun eh.
Babae yun, si Tiffany.
Breakfast at timpanis.
Yung drum yan, di ba?
Okay.
Oo, pero same kettle drum din yun.
Timber.
History
Kettle
tayo.
drum. Actually, parang, history na
History
lang tayo.
criminals.
Kasi favorite ni Julius yung criminals eh. Pero history na lang tayo.
Sige, history.
Alright, history. Number 1.
Naku.
Who was the German chancellor who famously knelt before the monument of the Warsaw Uprising during the visit
Helmut.
to the said city in 1970?
Brandt ba yan?
Si Brandt. Tama. Si Brandt.
Brandt,
Tama.
Brandt.
Ano final answer?
Brandt.
Brandt.
Willy Brandt yan, di ba?
Correct.
Final answer.
Willy Brandt. Ayan, check mo nga yung score nyo.
30-32.
Okay. Number 2. Oops.
Ups.
Who was the African-American motorist whose mauling by the LAPD triggered the rise of 1992 in the said city? After the officers were acquitted, he appeared
Rodney
for
King.
calm, famously saying, "Can we get along?"
Yun daw. Rodney King? Rodney King? Rodney
Sige.
King.
Tama,
Final
tama yun.
answer.
Okay,
1992.
Rodney King, tama.
Hindi ko, nabasa ko yan in passing.
Okay, ito natira sa inyo. Julius.
Nakuha mo yung gusto mo.
Okay, number 1. Who led the gang of 15 in what became known as the Great Train Robbery in 1963, making off with 2.6 million pounds? They were subsequently arrested and sent to jail. Some escaped and left the UK and others were subsequently released. So, leader ng gang na to, the leader.
Phil Collins yung pelikula na to.
Like nakakalimutan ko.
Sikat yun, di ba?
Common din lang yung common name lang din.
Open last name.
Smith, gano'n.
Last name is okay.
Oo.
Smith na lang tayo.
Smith.
Sige, Smith. Final.
Final answer?
Oo.
Smith. Okay. That is incorrect.
Si ano ba yan? Si Torpin ba yan?
The correct answer is Bruce Reynolds.
Ay, diba?
Saan yun? May pelikula yan. Tapos kumanta si Phil Collins.
Okay. Number 2
Kinanta niya,
question.
you'll be in my height.
Okay. Yeah. Tarzan yan ah. Okay. Number 2. For criminals. Number 2. Who is the serial killer born David Richard Berkowitz? He came up with his alias, though he is sometimes known as the 44 caliber killer by the media. He pleaded guilty to 8 shootings when he was arrested in 1977 and was pleaded 6 life sentences.
Son of Sam.
Ay, naku, sinong kriminal?
Final answer niyo?
Ano, agree ka, Jo? Son of Sam ako.
Oo, tama yan.
Agree. Final.
Okay.
Son of Sam.
Final answer niyo yan.
Oo.
Correct. The son of Sam. Okay.
Sige.
Okay.
Ano tayo?
Balik
Mr. A tayo?
Ano,
Mr.
Joe?
A? Sige, Mr. A daw.
Okay, A. Ito siya. Okay. Movies, dance, and criminals. Okay. First question. Movies. What is the title of this 1980 French film that starred a young Sophie Marceau as a teenager coping with teenage problems, adjusting for new school to domestic problems?
Hindi ko alam to.
Okay.
Si
Sino
Marceau.
clue?
Parang sikat to eh. 1980s.
Sikat yan.
Ano ba?
May hula ka, Josa?
Wala.
Sophie Marceau.
French film siya. French film eh.
Oo nga, hindi ko. Bago yung naiisip ko.
10, 9, 8,
Wala ka na, Kuya Jun.
7,
Bored.
Wala.
6,
Ha?
Walang
Eight.
pumapasok sa akin.
2, 1.
Wala.
Time's up. Ano?
Sorry guys. Hindi ko
No
alam.
answer.
Okay. Ito yung clue, no? Yung
Sinong director?
Alam niyo yung kantang reality?
Hindi.
Dreams are my reality. Yan.
Oo.
Yun. So, sa Pilipinas, ibang title. Yung nililinis sa Pilipinas, ibang title. It was known as, ito yung sagot anyway. Yeah.
Sabi
In the
ko,
Philippines, Ready for Love ang
Hindi ko
title.
alam.
Sa Pilipinas, it was known as Ready for Love.
Sinong director niyan?
French nga yan eh.
French. Labong.
Okay.
Tapati.
Oo nga, sinong director? I mean, sinong director?
Then, research na lang.
Okay. Now, dance. What's the name of this dance popular in the American South? It consists of four couples who are prompted through a sequence by a caller to the phrasing of music. It's also performed in Canada, the UK, and Australia.
Oo, ano ba yung tawag dyan?
Bounce
LA
your
Walk?
corner, bounce your
Foxtrot ba?
feet,
Hindi.
3 hands up and up you go. Oh, around with a do-si-do. Skip to the no. So,
Ah, yun pala yun.
oh, lay out your pretty little feet.
Charleston.
Promenade around the ring. Big foot up and little foot down. Make
Ano
that
ba yun?
Pokey Pokey.
ang tawag dyan.
Ito ba yung sinasayaw nila sa ano? They shoot horses? Hindi.
S Club 7 yun.
Ano ba yan? Yung hindi Foxtrot, di ba?
Hindi
Hindi,
ko alam eh. LA Walk?
Charlton. Lindy Hop. No.
hindi hap, ano yun?
Square dance?
Ano pa ba? Oh,
Ano pa yung answer nyo?
Square dance. For couples. Square dance na lang. Sige.
Sige, wala na ako
Okay.
kayo.
Or square dance. Final
Final
answer.
answer? You're correct. Square dance.
Yes.
Wow.
Normally, video ang gagamitin ko dito eh.
Iba, akala ko quadrille.
American style yan. Di American style.
Quadrille eh, ano yun? French yun.
Ay, isa pa, Kuya Ron.
Yeah, yan. Alam ko.
Criminals.
Okay, criminals. Okay.
Ted Bundy.
This Prohibition era criminal born George Kelly Barnes. His nickname is derived from his favoring of the use of automatic weapons. He committed a string of crimes, though he was mainly a bootlegger. He was arrested in 1933 and died of a heart attack in 1954.
Ano hula mo, Jose?
Sagutin ko pag hindi nila sagot.
Si
Ned
Dylan
Kelly
di
ba
ba
yan?
pinatay yun? Ay,
Si
namatay
Ned Kelly
sa
ba?
ano yun, di ba?
Hindi, Ned Kelly sa Australia yun eh. Ito
Australia
prohibition
ba?
era. Oh.
Sino pa ba? Dillinger.
Hindi ko kilala. Yun lang kilala ko si Ted Kelly.
Hindi Australia nga yun.
Pero si Dillinger, pinatay yata yan.
Oo nga alam ko pinatay siya eh.
10,
Ito, namatay ng heart
Namatay
attack.
heart attack.
7,
Dali. Ah!
Wala.
3, 2,
Wala, no idea ko.
1. Time's up.
Granger, parang gano'n.
Sagutin.
Granger.
Ano
Sagutin ko.
daw, Granger.
Sorry, incorrect. The correct
Sagutin ko.
answer is
Gan Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oo. Namatay siya nung birthday niya.
Machine Gun Kelly. Di ba ano yun? Sarap.
Okay. Teka lang ah.
Si Eminem po matay dun.
Haha. Okay, teka lang ah. Okay, so
Stop share ka muna.
ito na sa inyo. Julius, sa inyo. Cartoons, mountains, and literature.
Wow.
Okay.
Next time, bina tayo.
Okay, here we go. Cartoons. Who is the popular Disney character created in 1934 to be a foil to Mickey Mouse? Walt Disney wanted the character to have negative attributes such as being ill-tempered that could not be given to Mickey, who is always portrayed as a nice guy.
Donald Duck.
Oh, Donald Duck. Oh, yung Pete ba? Yung Pete.
Si?
Donald Duck.
Sobrang bait kasi si Mickey, kaya di pwedeng
Yeah.
hindi pwede siyang gawing ano.
Sige, Donald Duck na.
Sige, Donald Duck. Kaya na.
Okay, final answer. Yan ang final answer nyo. And the correct answer is tama kayo, Donald Duck.
Gusto po ma'am, 1, 2, 3, asawa ni Marie, araw, gabi, walang pa.
Okay. Yan.
Ay, sorry.
Okay.
Narinig nyo ba?
Yeah. Okay, mountains naman. Next, ito. What mountain located in the Cascade Range? Actually, a large stratovolcano is the highest peak in the state of Washington. It's located in a national park of the same name.
Tinali ba?
St. Helens?
Ano?
Mount St. Helens ba?
Oh, sige. Mount St. Helens? Sino
Mount
ba?
St. Helens?
Yan ang final answer niya?
Dali lang.
Final.
Rainville. Ano ba yung
Final na.
Rainville?
Ayun yung sumabog ng ano.
Nag-final na siya.
Wala na, tapos na rin yun.
Sige, nag-final na.
Ano final answer niyo, Julius?
St. Helens.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Rainier yan.
Yes, tama kayo.
Ayun nga sabi ko, Rainier.
Rainville sabi mo.
Rainier?
Hindi rin, bili na rin narinig ko eh.
Okay. Then literature. Ito na. What is the title of this poem? Your time starts now.
White man's burden yun.
Sige. White man's burden.
Take up the white man's burden.
Sige. Final answer, white man's burden.
Correct. White man's burden.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you, Kuya Ron.
Okay, teka. Final
Thank
score.
you.
May isa ka ba bang set?
34, 38.
Okay, 34, 38.
Marathon ulit.
Sige
Wag.
na.
Hindi.